Come to attention, everybody. Let's bow to Grandmaster Huang and courtesy. All right, let's get started. We're going to do the student creed. So, how are we going to say the student creed? With what kind of energy?
Blacksash.
Blacksash energy. Okay, here we go. Number one. Ready? I will develop myself physically,
mentally,
and emotionally
based on the Attention High motto.
Attention High motto. Number two.
I
I
will
will
only
use
use
my
my
kung fu
as a last resort.
Number three. I
I
will
will
do
do
the
the
best I
best
can,
I can
not
by not making
excuses.
excuses.
Number four. I will be
Be
honest,
honest,
compassionate,
compassionate,
myself
myself
and
and
others.
others.
And finally, number five.
I will earn my black sash.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Let's go to
Mr. Smith is going to warm us up this morning.
Yeah, Mr. Smith, if you can lead the warm up. Spotlight now.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for warming up. So let's go ahead and start with warm up number one. Reach for the sun and let's begin. Get opening as far as you can without pushing through. And let's turn it 3 times to your right. And 3 times to your right. Good. And let's drop straight down to the center. Remember, let your hinge at the hip, let your head hang down. And let's come up. And down to your right. And let's come up. And down to your left. And let's come up. And 1 more time straight down. And all the way up. Excellent. Now let's do number 2, elbow to shoe. Let's go ahead and start on your right side and let's move. Doing the best you can, keep the weight on the back leg. Let's come up. And left side move. Nope. If the arms throw you off, don't worry about them so much. Make sure the stretch is the key thing here. And up. And right side move. Take them up. And left side move. And up. And 1 more time to the right. And up. And 1 more time to the left. And let's come up. Excellent. Let's go to number 5. So we're going to take it out, doing side to side. We're going to come down on the right side first, and let's move. And to the left. Again, remembering to extend out as far as you can without hitting too much resistance. And when you come right, and one more time to the left. Let's do for B. And
Miss Lee, if you can courtesy in, please. Yeah, Miss Lee, please courtesy in.
And let's come up. And one more time down. Remember, hinging at the hips, keeping the back straight. Doing the best you can to extend your forehead to the floor. And let's come up. And this time we're going to go down and turn and hold. So let's go down the right side and turn and hold. And let's come up. And left side move. And let's come up. And right side move. And let's come up. And one more time. Down on the left. Excellent. Come up. Excellent. Shake the legs out if you need to. And let's do one more stretch for the neck. Go get the nice, easy Mabu stance. Hands on the hips. Let's turn our heads over our right shoulders and let's turn our heads 1.5 times. Doing the best you can to move from the back of your head. Take your time and make those circles as big as you can to increase the range of motion, but not so big that you start making your body stretch out and shut down blood flow. Excellent. When you come to that last rotation, let's look straight ahead. And now let's have right ear to right shoulder. And left. And right. And left. And one more right. And one more left. Excellent. Let the chin to chest. And chin to ceiling. Do your best not to pinch your back to the head. And chin to chest. Put the chin down, but don't close your throat off. Chin to ceiling. And chin to chest. And one more time, chin to ceiling. And one more time, chin to chest. Excellent. Let's come up. Take the legs out if you need to. Get into stance a little bit wider than shoulder width. And we're going to do some side to side width. Again, turn from the waist. Keep the knee over the toe, and let's turn. As things start loosening up and opening up, it's okay to start turning around and looking behind you. But let that happen because your body says it's ready, not because you think it should. Oh. All right, I'm going to start slowing it down. And last but not least, let's finish with some hand drops. So hands come up to shoulder height, and let's drop. And let's start slowing down and bring it to a stop. And thanks for warming up with me.
Thank you.
Miss Ling, if you can courtesy in, please. Yeah, I'm sorry, I did not catch you when you came late. Yes, courtesy. Thank you. Master Green. Yeah, you got. Could we spotlight Master Green? See, we can't hear you, Master Green. Can you unmute?
How about that? Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now? Awesome.
Yes, sir.
So, as you all know, I love stretch kicks. So we haven't done any of those in this class in quite some time. So I want us to do at least stretch kick number 1 to remind you all what that's like. If you don't have enough room in your space right now to do a stretch kick, all I want you to do is just swing your leg. If you need to hold onto a chair or something like that, you can just swing your leg and do it very softly. If you have the space, we're going to go through the whole stretch kick, and we're going to do that. And then we're going to move into our level 1, level 2 section. But I want to do a couple of these that I feel like, I know for my own self, we haven't done these in class because we were worried about Zoom. Now we're going to try to do a couple. So give yourself some space. We're going to start off with stretch kick number 1. And I do believe that the only person in the group that's brand new is Mr. Wren, and he may have already done this, but if not, we'll just run through it. So I'm going to start on my right side. And I'm going to start off by stepping with my right leg and blocking with my right hand. This is a 1, palm down. Number 2, left hand comes, palm up. And then number 3, I'm going to kick to the corner with my toe pointed and come back to the center. And then we're going to do that on the other side. But let's start off with our right side. Let's all do it together. Ready? 1, step. 2, block. 3, kick. Good, come back. Let's do the other side. This is going to be your left side. 1, step out and block. 2, block with the right hand. 3, kick up, come back to the center. Good. Let's try it again on the right side. 1, 2, 3, come back to center. This is your left side. 1, 2, 3. Good. Come back. We're going to go back to the right. Ready? 1, 2, kick. And the left. 1, 2, kick. And this is toe pointed. Remember, toe pointed, toe pointed. This is toe pulled back. This is toe pointed. Back pointed, back pointed. We want to do this one to the corner with the toe pointed. All right, let's go back to our right side. Ready? 1, 2, kick. Left side. 1, 2, kick. Reset yourself. Right side. 1, 2, kick. Left side. 1, 2, kick. Reset yourself. One more set. Right side. 1, 2, kick. And left side. 1, 2, and kick. Good. Come back. Are there any questions on that? Anybody have questions on stretch kicks?
No.
All right. So for those of you that don't know, like Mr. Wren, you may be the first one in the new level 1 class. We have 6 of these. They cover kicking to the front, kicking to the side, kicking at a crescent, kicking backward, kicking across, all designed to open your hips, right? The most important thing to remember with this drill is not that you kick super high, but that you swing your hip. If you need support, like I have a pole here, I could do the same thing by just swinging my foot up. If you need a chair, if you have a husband or wife or a son or daughter, use them as your balance point, right? So I see Miss Mop, a great job, right? You can hold on to something because the goal is not to kick super high. The goal is to open your hip joint, right? To get flexibility in your hips. So Miss Simon's doing it as well. All you have to do is stand still and swing that leg back and forth. It's a beautiful exercise to open up the joint. And you can also go to the corner. You can go around in circles. You could do circles inside and out. Make sure you kick backward too, right? All of that is about opening up your joints and your hips. So at this level, you start to learn your form. You start to learn a little coordination. And now you're also getting a little bit more physically fit as well with regards to opening the joints, things like that. The other thing that stretch kicks does when you do all of them is you get a very nice long workout, very good cardio for you. So we do all 6 of them. Those who have been in class with me know sometimes we'll do stretch kicks for 30 minutes. They hate me, but it's good for you. Okay. So this morning, I'm going to cover level 1, and Shi Fu Phamdo is going to cover level 2. Let me very quickly go through what we're going to do in level 1. We're going to review section 3 of Chen Pen Ling from the very beginning, which is cloud hands. The Chen Pen Ling cloud hands is a little different than Yang. First, then you're going to go right back to single whip. And that is your level 1 material that we'll work on today. Shi Fu Phamdo will be covering level 2 if you can spotlight him.
Yeah, this is level 2. It's going to be section 4 of the Chen Pen Ling. Okay. And I'm going to create a breakout room. So those of you who are in level 2, going to go to the breakout room. Mr. Cho, you can get them started. I'll be over there in a second. Okay?
I'm staying in the main room, Shi Fu?
Yeah, level 1 will stay here in the main room.
Okay.
Level 2 will go to the breakout.
Can I spotlight myself in this main room? Or do you have to do that, Mr. Cho?
I think you are co-host. Let me make sure you're co-host.
I don't know.
Spotlight.
Ah.
Oh, Judy, he said he's here on the deck.
Here I am. All right, folks. So in this class, we have, by show of hands, how many people have already done this section at least one time? Miss Chang, Miss Shannon. Okay, so Miss Mappa, Mr. Ren, Miss Shedlovsky, and Miss Simon have not seen this at all except for Tuesday, right? All right, so here's what we're gonna do this morning. I want you all just to stand shoulder width apart, feet shoulder width apart, hands out your side, all right? So if we were gonna do Yang style Tai Chi, cloud hands, let's say you put your right hand on top, left hand on the bottom, you would shift to your right, exchange your hands and shift over. Correct? Everybody try this for me. Just do this. Get your cloud hands moving. Good. Okay, keep going everyone. Let me check you all out. Good. Okay, so any questions on Yang?
No.
Excellent. Okay, let's continue. So feet shoulder width apart again. This is Chen Pen Ling's view. I just want you to watch me once. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to orient my thumb towards my belly button. My right hand is going to come up to my face. And I'm going to turn to the right. And I'm going to exchange my hands. So my left hand, I'm sorry, my right hand is now, my thumb is facing my belly button. My left hand in front of my face, and I'm going to transition over. And I'm going to exchange my hands again. And I'm going to transition over. And I'm going to exchange my hands again. And I'm going to transition over. So it's very much like your yang style, but your hands are just oriented a little differently. Get your flow. Mr. Ren, keep going if you can try this out. Your palm is facing your face on the top hand. The bottom hand is kind of angled, so the thumb is facing your belly button. And that is Chen Pen Ling's cloud hand. It's very similar, but just a slight bit different. Good. And if you just take your time and breathe, you'll notice that you can go slower. This is a wonderful Qigong. Right. Keep
Master
breathing.
Green, could you do it from the side, standing from the side?
I'm sorry?
Could you stand on from the side?
Sure. Can you see me?
Yes.
So I'm only going 45 degrees to the side and turning back. You see that, Ms. Shedlovsky?
Yep. Yeah, I didn't know if you were bringing your arm from close to your body then out farther, but it looks like you keep it the same distance from your body the whole time.
Always. Remember, it's this thing that we call pung for warding off.
Mm-hmm.
So this is really important for you all to remember. When you do ward off or press or push or anything with your hand away from your body, if you hug the tree in meditation, this is the distance, right? So if you stand long enough and you just do this, your body tells you what the appropriate distance is. So here's my meditation posture from the side. Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Look at my cloud hands posture. The hands are about the same, right?
Right.
Look at my ward off. Look at my roll back and my press. The hands never go out here because if you notice, now I'm leaning, right? They never stay in here because this is a jam. So I have to find my relaxing point. And that's what your meditation teaches you, is where am I most relaxed and most comfortable? So great question. Okay, does everybody have this general motion? Cloud hands for Chen Pen Ling.
Yes.
All right, and if you can see, you see my hands here. Bottom hand is towards my belly button. My belly button is turning. My waist and torso are turning. It is not this. There's no torso, that's just my arms moving, right? Your hands are really stationary and your torso turns. All the hands do is exchange, but the body does all the work. All right? Any questions on that? Thumb up, thumb down.
No.
Okay. Ms. Chan gave me a thumb up, so we're, Ms. Shannon gave me a thumb down.
No,
What's up?
I'm good. I'm
Oh,
good.
okay. She gave me 2 thumbs down. I was like, oh no. Okay.
Sorry.
So let's start in, actually, you know what? I'm going to go the opposite direction for you. I'm going to be your mirror. So I'm going to do it this way, right? Okay. From single whip. Everybody ready? First, sit back. Left hand goes in your belly button. Then you exchange the hands, shift forward, bring your foot up. Exchange your hands, turn. When you exchange your hands, step out. Shift. When you exchange the hands, bring the foot up. Shift. When you exchange the hands, bring the foot out. Shift. Exchange the hands, bring the foot in. Turn. Now make your hook for single whip. Step out with your left leg and bring your left hand around and strike.
Don't break your window.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta cheat through my window. Okay, let's do that one more time.
You're
All
shattered.
right. Let me start here with my single whip. I gotta do a smaller step. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hook, step, single whip. So the way I just did the count, every time we did a 1, we were exchanging, and every time we did a 2, we were crossing. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, single whip, boom. All right, does everybody have that?
Could you
Yes, ma'am,
show?
Ms. Papa.
Master Green, from single whip, what's the right hand doing? What are we to transition?
So you're talking about from the very beginning?
From the very beginning, yes.
Right. So from the beginning, all I'm doing here is just relaxing the hand and bringing it upward.
Okay.
Right. Because it's going to exchange and then move.
So from here, just that way.
Yeah. 1.
Okay, got it.
And then 1, 2. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Master Green.
Mr. Wren, did you have a question?
Yes, sir. Can you show the locking?
Yes.
Please.
Okay. So let me bring my hand really close to the screen. You go here, right? All I'm doing here, right, after my last cloud hands, is turning the hand over. That's it.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
if my last cloud hands was here, I'm just doing this.
And at the same time, raising your left up.
Right, right. Because once I'm here, I need to hook this thing and put the hand up here. So this is for all of you all in single whip, right? Even in yang. When you do single whip and you are here, when the left foot goes out, the left hand prepares. You see how it comes up a little bit and prepares to move? This is for everybody. So even if you're doing yang, once you come across here and you hook, see my left hand? The moment I step, the hand steps out a little bit. See it moving? My left hand, left foot, and then it moves right across. Chen Pen Ling, same thing. So once I'm in my last single whip, once I hook, the hand prepares, and then I move.
Thank you, sir.
Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
All right. So for those of you, yes, ma'am.
You know, the two demonstrations were different in my mind. The first one was the language, and then the second one was the numbers. And I found that I was able to connect with it so much better with the language than I was with the numbers. So
Really?
when you, yeah, and so when you
That's why I do both.
right, yeah, because
Some people are numbered, some people
Right.
are talk to me along the way, some people are don't say anything, let me see it.
right. But what I feel is you're saying, exchange the hand, step out, exchange the hand, step out. Is that correct?
Yes, every time you exchange the hands, feet move.
Feet, right.
The feet are either moving in or out, right? It could be either way.
Okay.
So it depends on where I am. Sometimes my feet are moving inward, right? And sometimes my feet are moving outward. But every time you exchange the upper body, the lower body is moving.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
it's that way in yang too, folks, right? So when you do yang, same thing. When I exchange the hands, the foot moves. When I exchange the hand, the foot moves.
Okay.
Chen Pen Ling, same thing. When I exchange the hand, the foot moves.
Mhm.
When I exchange the hand, the foot moves. Now, how many people know what this is I'm about to do? See that?
Mhm.
I just gave you an application of this version of cloud hands, right? He's moving, and then suddenly, boom,
Mm.
It's very, very powerful, right? One way, other way. So this becomes a really powerful way of moving people. But for Tai Chi purposes, very slow, very easy. This is a beautiful Qigong. It helps you coordinate your top and bottom, your left and right. You may feel your hands get warm as you're moving. You can do it standing still. You can make big circles. You can make little circles. It's up to you, right? So I will tell you, cloud hands is a very, very important Qigong motion for you. It's smack dab in the middle of the form. So you don't see cloud hands until the beginning of section 3 in Yang or the beginning of section 3 in Chen Pen Ling. And part of that reason, that the rationale is now you're starting after section 1 and 2 to get the harmony of your top and bottom and left and right. So then you get introduced this move called cloud hands, where you have to rotate your waist from corner to corner, translate across, and also move your hands. So this is like, you know, doing something like this. You know, it's a very complicated motion, but it's designed to teach you how to relax and harmonize and let your waist be the center point of all of the activities, from the hands to the feet. Everything's controlled by the waist. Questions on that? And if you're moving your hands across and your belly button's not turning, you got a problem, right? Good job, good job. Everybody turn. So everybody try that on your own a couple times. Let me just see how it looks. Good.
Mr. Green, do you need anything?
No, sir. They're all practicing. You look really good.
Okay.
How much time do I have, Shi Fu?
We have about 5 more minutes before we make
Okay.
it.
Perfect. Good job, Mr. Ren. Way to turn your waist. Good job, Ms. Chang. Make sure that you don't confuse the changing of your hands with the turning of your waist. They're two separate things. So make sure you are exchanging first and then begin your motion over. Don't rush it. Make sure you have good footwork. Toe, heel, rooted before you move. Nice job, Miss Lee. Good, good root. Michelle Lott, do you have a question?
No, I misheard you. I think you said heel toe and then I got confused. But you said toe heel, right?
Yes, toe heel. When you step out with the foot, toe heel. I think we have Mr. Schaub entering for his next class really early, which is good for him.
He went to the wrong classroom.
It's okay. All right. Any questions on that? So, Miss Mappa, your right hand is fine. Your left hand, just put it to your belly button and then let your waist take over. Right? Point your thumb to your belly button. Yep, let your waist, your left hand, the one at the belly button. Now, yeah, keep it alive though, right? Don't just drop it down there. Go slow, take your time. There you go. Now exchange, move. Good. Step, move. You all look good. Look really good. And what you will notice if you follow your hand positioning, the hand that's on the top tends to dive down almost into the belly button, right? It's almost, if you look at the way, I'm going to give you a little example. If you look at my hand, it's doing this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You feel that? I'm just doing one side, right? Belly button up. belly button, wipe my nose. Belly button, wipe my nose. And then you're doing it on both sides, right? So while this one is belly butting, the right hand's belly button, the left hand wipes your nose. And then they switch. Belly button, wipe my nose. Belly button, wipe my nose. Belly button, wipe my nose. Right? That was for you, Miss Shannon. For you.
I got it.
Right? Yeah, Miss Mappa, you feel it now? It's not that the left hand is just hanging there. It's like there's an orientation to the body. Miss Simon, too, your left hand, feel it alive. When the top hand turns over, the left hand turns over, right? Like harmony. This waving hands like clouds. Good. Mr. Wren, any questions?
No, sir. Not yet.
Looking good, looking good, looking
Thank
good.
you.
So, Miss Simon, I will tell you that your step is shallow. And what I mean by that is you actually have the ability to step about an inch longer, and then you will notice that your single whip will whip around. You need to be a little, trust that you can step a little longer. You can. You have the strength to do it. And this is for everyone. Like, if you feel comfortable in your step, maybe you step 1 inch longer and feel how that goes. So right here, step a little longer, Miss Simon. Take your time. Heel, toe. Right. Then bend your front knee. Don't stand up. Go back. Go back to just that last move. Right? Step out. Now, all I want you to do is bend your knee. You see your body already moves on its own. You don't need to push off the back. Just bend the knee and the body will cascade across. Yeah, turn your waist. Yeah. It's less than you think if you just relax and let it flow. Good job, everybody. Any questions on this? Waving hands like clouds. Good. Any questions on single whip? Locking this part here with this part here?
I have a question about the one at the end. You know, in the main part of single, the main times we use it, you're shifting your weight, so you're getting more power to do that single whip. But now our
Right.
feet are together, so are you, it doesn't even feel like you're shifting weight or turning your weight.
Think about the other side. This side. As opposed to this side. Think about, okay, so Ms. Shadlovsky, I'm going to move this way, right? So imagine now there's an opponent. I step behind them. See? This is me setting up. This is me executing. Does that make sense? Right. One of them is not, they're not the same. One of them is me.
Whip, you're saying the single whip isn't always the same?
No, you asked about cloud hands, right? Or you asked about cloud hands or single whip?
No, I was talking about single whip. Like Shi Fu Anderson was saying, the one at the before cloud hands, you're pushing, you're coming around, and you should shift your weight the same time you do the crane.
Right.
And maybe I'm not talking about single whip, I'm talking about the crane.
The single whip is this part.
Yeah, I mean the crane.
Okay, so you're saying when I'm here, when I do the last one, I need to turn, step, and then go.
So on that crane, are you supposed to be generating any power?
Yeah, it's a circle.
But what are you doing with your weight shifting?
Look at my waist. Look, you see me?
Can you do it from the cloud hands where you ended the cloud hands? So what is the purpose of that crane after cloud
So
hands?
you tell me. You're in Kung Fu,
I knew you were gonna say that.
right?
Well, I mean,
Okay. So let me ask
some
you
of
this, Ms. Shalofsky. You stand up straight, right? Is this my right hand to you? Is it on your left side?
yes.
Okay, so I'm going to grab your left wrist. What do you do?
Okay.
What do you do?
I turn out.
Do the Shinan number 2.
Oh, we're like this.
Oh, what did you just do with your left hand right there, Ms. Shalofsky? When you did this, what did you do?
Crane.
Oh, what a concept. And then you
Master
hit this guy.
Green, I'm going to bring everybody back.
Okay, did you get that? Okay, so for everybody, this crane has a couple different applications. One could be person grabs your wrist, you trap it, and you lock them, right? The other could be hitting with this. This is very hard, especially if you hit somewhere in the face, temple. The other part is hitting with this. This is a very hard weapon, right? So you've got a couple different options. A lock, what's called a crane's beak, and also the back of the wrist, just like in G, that you hit people with, coming from upward, right? So a couple different options in there in single whip for that crane's beak.
Okay, great. That helps explain it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome back, everybody. How was level 2, Shi Fu?
Fantastic.
All
It's just too easy
right.
for them.
I was going to say, we need to challenge them with something else. Maybe you should have had them standing on one leg for the whole time you were gone.
All right. So,
Announcements?
yes, before the announcement, I would like to spotlight Ms. Mappa. Ms. Mappa, your form is looking really good. I was just watching you when I came back, and it was just amazing how much improvement you made. It's a good job, good focus, and good dedication. Thank you. And let me spotlight myself. Okay, the announcement. Okay, for those of you who have picked up your medals and your new sash, please take a picture of them and send them by email to info@uskoshu.com. Yeah, the deadline is already passed, but you can still send it in by the end of today. Our final sash evaluation of this year will take place just before the holiday season. So let's close out 2020 with some black sash attitude. We are in week 1 of this new cycle, so it's never too early to get started on your character development sheet. I've already got mine printed out. I'm going to start filling them out today. The final week of October, October 26th to 31st, is going to be Halloween week. So you can wear your costume or face paint to all of your virtual class. Maybe even a different costume for each day. You get bonus point if you incorporate your sash into your costume. Finally, school holiday closing. We're going to be closing on Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. That is November 26th and November 27th. And the entire week of December 23rd through January 1st. That's for Christmas and New Year holiday. And that's all I have. Let's all come to attention. Let's bow to Grandmaster Huang and courtesy. Have a fabulous weekend, everybody. Thank you.